Hello everyone, this is Fine from Tech Gaming Villa. I hope you all are well. Today I'm going to talk about the Samsung CU7000 versus TCL S454 or some countries 455. If you are new in my channel, then please subscribe and press the bell icon for future notifications and upcoming videos. I have another channel named Awesome Tech Gaming Pro where I upload similar kind of tech videos like TV comparison, sound system, home theater, graphics card. You can check and subscribe. TCL 4 Series S455 2022 is slightly better overall than the Samsung CU7000. Even though the TCL also lacks local dimming, it has a much better contrast ratio than the Samsung and has much better black uniformity, making it better for watching movies or playing cinematic games. The CU7000, however, has a faster response time, making it better for fast action in games as well as for watching sports. This also introduces stutter in movies. The TCL 4 Series Roku TV is okay overall. It's a decent TV for watching movies in a dark room. The credit should go to its high contrast ratio and incredible black uniformity. It doesn't look as good in a bright room or if you have a wide sitting arrangement, as it's not very bright and has a narrow viewing angle. These issues also limits its versatility for a use as a PC monitor. The TCL S454 delivers a decent gaming experience, but mainly due to its low input lag, as it lacks any advanced gaming features. It technically supports HDR but doesn't deliver an impactful HDR experience, as it's not very bright and doesn't display a white color gamut. On the other hand, the Samsung CU7000 is a good TV overall. It has satisfactory reflection handling but doesn't get bright enough to overcome glare in a bright room. So it's best suited for a moderately lit or dark room. It's a good TV for gaming due to its incredibly low input lag and good response time. So you get a responsive gaming experience with minimal blur behind fast movement on the screen. HDR content has little impact because the TV doesn't support a white color gamut and has poor HDR peak brightness. So colors aren't vibrant and highlights don't pop the way they should. The TV has an adequate contrast ratio and great black uniformity, but since it lacks a local dimming feature, blacks are washed out anytime there are bright highlights on the screen. Unfortunately, the TV has a narrow viewing angle, so it's not a good choice for a wide sitting arrangement as the image degrades when viewed at an angle. So the positive side of TCL is fantastic native contrast results in deep blacks and decent reflection handling, but the downside is low peak brightness and colors aren't displayed properly even after calibration. But Samsung CU7000 positive side is its good low resolution upscaling, fast moving action is crisp, especially in bright scenes, incredible low input lag in game mode, and adequate contrast for deep blacks in dark scenes. But the downside of CU7000 is poor low quality content smoothing, lacks a local dimming feature and doesn't get very bright. The TCL 4 Series 2022 is mediocre for watching shows during the day. The built-in Roku Smart interface has a great selection of streaming apps, including many free services, so you are sure to find your favorite shows. Sadly, even though it has decent reflection handling, it's not very bright, so it's best suited for a moderately lit or dark room, as glare from windows or bright lights is distracting. It also has a narrow viewing angle, so it's not a good choice for a wide sitting arrangement as the image degrades at an angle. Unfortunately, it can't upscale or smooth out low quality or low resolution content properly. So older shows or anything streaming from a low bandwidth streaming service is blocky and not very sharp. On the other hand, Samsung CU7000 is not bad for watching TV shows. It has satisfactory reflection handling, but due to its mediocre HDR peak brightness, it can't overcome glare in a bright room. The TV has an adequate viewing angle with colors that shift quickly as you move off center. So it's not a good choice for watching shows in a group, as people sitting to the sides of the screen see a degraded image. It does an alright job of scaling lower resolution content, so it's a decent choice for watching older shows on DVD or cable box. So this is the positive side of CU7000, that it is good. It kind of shows a good low resolution upscaling. For sports watching, TCL S455 TV is mediocre in a bright room. It has decent reflection handling. This TCL is not good choice for watching the big game with a large group of friends unless you have a separate speaker system or soundbar. It also has just okay gray uniformity, and there's noticeable dirty screen effect in the center, which is distracting when watching sports. On the other hand, the CU7000 is alright for watching sports. The TV has satisfactory reflection handling, but can't overcome glare in a bright room due to its mediocre HDR peak brightness. The TV also does an alright job for upscaling lower resolution content, and since most sports are still shown in 720p, unfortunately it has a narrow viewing angle that makes it inadequate for watching the game in group setting, since anyone watching from the sides of the screen sees a degraded image. S45 TCL is decent TV for gaming. It has incredibly low input lag, which helps it deliver a very responsive gaming experience. It also has a decent response time, so there's just a bit of blur behind fast-moving objects. But sadly, it lacks advanced gaming features like HDMI 2.1 bandwidth or variable refresh rate support. So it's best suited for casual gamers who prefer fancy visuals over high performance, as it doesn't support 4K 120Hz gaming from the latest console. On the other hand, the Samsung CU7000 is decent for gaming. It has incredibly low input lag, so there's no delay between the inputs on your controller and the action on the screen. It also has a good response time, so there's minimal blur behind quick movements on the screen. The CU7000 supports auto low latency mode that switches your TV into game mode when launching game, but it doesn't support any advanced gaming features like variable refresh rate and is limited to HDMI 2.0 bandwidth. On game mode, it doesn't get very bright CU7000 and limited to 60 Hz and has no VRR support on CU7000. On the other hand, the downside of TCL S455 is its poor low resolution signal processing, low peak brightness, no extra gaming features, and colors aren't displayed properly even after calibration. For HDR movies, the TCL S45 TV is in an alright for movies in HDR in a dark room. It has a fantastic contrast and incredible black uniformity, delivering deep uniform blacks in a dark room, but it lacks a local dimming feature to improve the appearance of bright highlights. Sadly, HDR adds very little overall, as it's not bright enough for bright highlights to stand out the way the content creator intended. And it doesn't display a white color gamut, so HDR content looks dull overall on TCL S45. On the other hand, Samsung CU7000 is alright for watching movies in a dark room. It has an adequate contrast ratio and great black uniformity that allows for deep blacks in dark scenes. But since it lacks a local dimming feature, blacks are washed out anytime there are brighter highlights on screen. The CU7000 TV has a poor HDR peak brightness and doesn't support a white color gamut, so highlights don't stand out and colors aren't as vibrant and lifelike as they should be with HDR content. The CU7000 also has poor low quality content smoothing, so low quality movies from streaming services still have artifacts present. But the positive side of CU7000 is it removes judder from 24p sources, fast moving action is crisp, especially in bright scenes, and adequate contrast for deep blacks in dark scenes. But now downside is its narrow color gamut, terrible pre-calibration color accuracy, no DTS audio support, and doesn't get very bright. On the other hand, S45 TCL has fantastic native contrast results in deep blacks, and it also removes 24p judder from any sources and native apps, incredible black uniformity, but it doesn't have any local dimming feature, and it also low peak brightness and can't display a wide color gamut, and colors aren't displayed properly even after calibration on TCL S455. On HDR gaming, the TCL S455, I will say it's okay. It has incredible low input lag, ensuring it delivers a responsive gaming experience. And it has a decent response time with just a bit of blur behind fast-moving objects. Unfortunately, as I said, it lacks advanced gaming features like 4K 120Hz support or variable refresh rate support. Although it technically supports gaming in HDR, this is almost nothing overall, as it's not bright enough for bright highlights to pop, and it doesn't display a wide color gamut. But CU7000 is satisfactory for HDR gaming, but as them, it lacks HDMI 2.1 bandwidth and limited to 60 Hz, so it's not a good pairing with modern gaming consoles. The TV has poor HDR peak brightness and doesn't support a wide color gamut. So highlights and colors don't pop the way they should with HDR games. It has an adequate contrast ratio, but since it lacks a local dimming feature, blacks aren't deep when there are bright highlights. If you want to use TCL S455 as a PC monitor, it has an incredibly low input lag, decent response time, so your cursor movements are smooth and responsive. The TCL S455 displays chroma 4:4:4 signals properly to help with text clarity. On the other hand, it has decent reflection handling but mediocre peak brightness, so it's best suited for a moderately lit or dark room. The image degrades at an angle, so it's important not to sit too close to it or the sides of the screen will degrade. On the other hand, Samsung CU7000 is decent for use as a PC monitor. Its incredible low input lag gives a responsive desktop experience, making your mouse movements smooth. Its good response time also means there's minimal blur behind quick cursor movements. It displays chroma 4:4:4 properly, which is essential for clear text from a PC, but since it uses BGR sub-pixel layout, there are still some text clarity issues that affect readability. If you see the overall design of TCL S455, it's pretty basic, it looks good, but isn't very premium. It has thin bezels on three sides, but there's a bit of dead space between the side bezels and the first pixels, which is a bit distracting. On the other hand, the Samsung CU7000 TV looks good for a budget model. It's thicker than the Samsung CU8000, but has thin bezels and its textured plastic feels good to the touch. Overall, this doesn't feel like a budget model. So in this 2 TV, which TV you like most? Please write in the comments below. That's it from now.